Check, 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 check. What's up, folks? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's just check and make sure the levels are okay here. Yeah. Might probably hear a little echo there. Just checking. Alright. My voice is good. Alright. Alright, good. Let's see what's going on here now. Right. Let's go to active sky. Good. Sky is there. Uh-oh. Alright. Cool. Oh yes, I check. Nice, good. So we are on. We are on. We are on. Good, 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 good evening to all the folks locked on, even if there are none. Good evening. Tell you something. The You gotta learn how to talk to yourself when you're doing these lives at times, because not everyone, especially when your channel isn't that big, you just gotta learn how to talk to yourself. All right. So I'm not going crazy. I'm not going mad. All right. All right, good. So, good evening once again. This is yours truly, Nina Yankee, and I am here at the Grantley Adams International Airport in Barbados once again, one of my favorite Caribbean airports. Of course, it's done by Richard Simulations for XPlane. Pretty cool, nice. And I am here with the FlyJSim Boeing 727 freighter. And we have the DHL livery. Of course, in actuality, I don't think they use this aircraft anymore. Many some of the major cargo companies that use that used this aircraft have since retired it, like FedEx, you know. But I think it's a pretty cool aircraft, actually, in X-Plane, done by FlyJSim. Really nice aircraft to fly. Very challenging. Could be, or I can say it presents some manner of challenge. See, we have some folks joining us now. Good evening, V1. Yeah, man, blessings. Samir, good evening. Queen of the Skies. Good to have you. Good to have you guys on. Yeah, man. So yeah, so I am just to repeat for those of wow, look at that. Look at that. Look at the light effect, the shine, the gloss effect. PBR textures on this aircraft. Just for some of you, for those of you who are locked on, I am at the Grantley Adams International Airport in Barbados. And today this evening we're going to attempt to fly this 727, which is a new aircraft for me. We're going to attempt to fly this. By the way, if you're hearing me good, let me know that you're hearing me good, just feel free. We're going to attempt to fly this aircraft into Piarco International Airport. Now, one disclaimer, I have been having some issues lately with my computer. I don't know if it's my video card or if it's a fan or if the computer is overheating, but I think I would have to take her in for a little servicing this week. I recently took it in for some servicing, but I have to probably check some of the components, some of the parts, see what's happening there. Alright, so I tried to do a live a little earlier, but I had a little setback there. The computer froze up and shut down and all of that. There's a chance that it can happen again. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it does not. So let's hope so. All right, but in the meantime, my plan is to fly this bad boy here down to Trinidad. I'm still getting a bit acquainted with the aircraft. You know, so I mean, we'll see how it goes. But it's a really nice aircraft to fly. It's very immersive. Um, of course, this is an aircraft where the crew, the flight deck crew will consist of three, where you have your first officer, your captain, and your flight engineer. So I'll be doing the work of three persons. It's hard to. That's why I always say flying an aircraft in a sim is so much harder. You got to do the work of three people. So yeah. But anyway, without further ado, let's get things started. All right. So we good, nice. One of the first things I like to do before I start anything is to go into my active sky, which you all will not see on my screen, and I want to input the flight plan. You all won't see it because, well, for my OBS Streamlabs, I have it set up in such a way that I could be doing anything on the screen and you would not see it. So I could watch porn while I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Or am I? You'll never know, I guess. You can't see my screen. Anyway, enough of that. So I'm just gonna input the flight plan into my active sky, and this helps to download the weather a little better, so that ultra weather can depict the weather as best as it can. Alright, so I'm just doing that right now, and yeah, like I said, you wouldn't be able to see that, but I can. Okay, good. We have a 12 knot wind at Barbados. Alright. Okay, good. Alright, so that's first. The next thing I would like to do with this aircraft is to power it up. So we go here, little side menu, and I think we get this little bad boy here, and we switch on the GPU. I'm not sure why I'm not hearing it, but you're supposed to hear it actually come on. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so you all should be able to hear that now. Let me just put this back down a bit. Raise it up on my end. Alright, looking good. Alright, good. So yeah. So there are some of the things that you can see on screen, like some of the XPlane plugins that I have into the menus and all of that. You can see all of those things, but external stuff you wouldn't be able to see. Alright, good. So we have that there. Our GPU is connected. I like to do GPU instead of APU to save on fuel. Prefer to have the GPU connected and then start the APU when I am almost ready to engine start. Alright, good. So now that we have the ground power unit hooked up to the aircraft, first thing we're gonna go over to the flight engineers panel right here, and we're gonna power up the aircraft. good. So for that, the first thing we do, we switch our batteries on. Now this plane has some really amazing textures. Look at this. Look at these lights here and how they'll actually light up the surrounding areas around it there. It's pretty cool. It's really nice plane. I mean, chances are the computer can freeze up on me, so I really should be kind of moving as quickly as possible to get off the ground. But I have to show you certain things with this aircraft. It's really nice. The modeling of this aircraft is so superb. It's really cool, right? So look at that there. Okay, good. So we have our batteries. Our battery has a thing. We're gonna put our DC meter to battery. There we go. And then we're gonna come down here and put our essential power meter to external power, because that's what we have, and we're gonna do the same thing here as well. All right, and after having done that, we are going to switch on the external power, and we have life to the aircraft. Yep. So I am just trying to adjust the volume here now because I think it's a bit loud. But you can let me know if it's too loud for you guys on the end there. Yeah. Alright. So good. So after we would have done that, we continue down. These are our, we continue down here. This is good. We continue down to, this is, all of this are our fuel pumps here. These are fuel pump switches. We put on one of each. Switch on one of each. As you can see, the lights will extinguish as they come on. When that is done, we can come down here to these panels here. This is good. The hydraulic system A, that is on. We need to power up system B. Put that on. As you can see, the meters moving, and you can hear the change in sound as well. We go up now to our air condition system. We put on the packs. Here we have our bleeds. They are all open in the open position. We leave that as is. We also put on our gas for fan. That's there. So bear with me a bit here. Just got to do one little thing as we continue. Right. Good. So yeah, so we have our gas for fan there. That's on. Let me see, what else do we need here? Just trying to center something here. Okay, there we go. Good, yeah. I know it's going to sound weird sometimes because you all can't see what I'm doing. But trust me, all is well. Well, at least for now, hopefully. Alright, we come down to the pressurization panel. Today we're going to be climbing to 24,000 feet. So we adjust this here to the cruise altitude, 24,000 feet. The only thing that we need to do here is to switch this switch here to flight, but that's going to be done before we take off. And that's it for now for the panel. The next time we come back, we're going to come back here and we're going to be switching on the APU. This is where the APU is. Alright, good. So we get back into the front seat and let's get some lights in this cabin. This is so cool. This is so cool. Alright, so these are all our internal light switches here. Let's see. Yeah. Put that on there. There we have some lights on the panel. Overhead there. Is this the red? No, I don't want any red light in tonight. Let's see what we got here. Gonna switch this on like that and brighten up the panel a bit. Isn't that we want to brighten up the panel? Why did it not get bright? There we go. Oh, look at this. Look at how the lights flicker when you put them on. Look at this. Haha, cool, isn't it? Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, Queen, I see you laughing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, and that should do it for now for the lights. Actually, let's get a better view of the overhead. Then we would want to arm our emergency lights. Also, we want to switch on our nav lights, navigation lights, our pitot tubes there. and we can, I mean, there's no passengers today, but this is a cargo flight. But you can still switch on the no smoking signs and the seatbelt signs. We probably got a crew of probably 2 or 4 guys in the back there, you know, to help with the offloading of stuff and all those good things, whatever. All right, good. That should be it for now for the overhead panel. Um, yeah. Let me just, maybe I need, let's try putting on one of the dome lights up in here. Let me see if this would work. Alright, to some extent, there's another dome switch up in here as well. Where is it? I think it's, there we go. Alright. So yeah, that should work for now. We remember to take those things off before we fly. Good. So here we have our panel, and you see it's very, very old school analog panel, you know, real thing. I remember when I was a child and I looked at planes like that, like these with panels, I used to be so intimidated with all these different dials and stuff. Like, how the hell do they fly that thing? But it's not that bad, really. It's not that bad. Good. All right. So, what we can do now is actually go directly to the FMC, and actually the FMC is not that hard to program. Yeah, let's check it out. Good. Simply go to the flight plan. Oh, by the way, when you get this plane, there's actually the option. Let me show you guys something here. Let me see if I can put this here. Enabled. PCI dirty. I'm looking for. Right. There's actually the option now. This here, the original aircraft, these do not come with FMS like this. They come with this instrument here, which is called SIVA INS. I was actually learning to use this, but it would take a little more time. Alright, so, but this is the original FMC, if you want to call it that, for these aircraft. You know, it's pretty cool. And in order how you input waypoints in this, you have to actually type in the coordinates of the waypoint and a whole lot of tralala. You know, so hopefully one day I can use this. It's pretty cool. But for now, we're just gonna stick with the FMS. Alright, so that's what it's gonna be. Yeah. Good. Alright, so let's try and do this before I shut down again. Hopefully I won't. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. Alright, so we are at Grantley Adams, Tango Bravo, Papa Bravo. There we are. And we are going to Tango Tango, Papa Papa. There we are. Now, what do we do? Well, just like we do in the Zibo, the 727, we type in the scratch pad here the name of the file. Alright, TB Tango Bravo Papa Bravo Tango Tango Papa Papa 01, and we put that there, and voila, we have our route. Now we still have to go do some things. We got to put in the departure. We let me see something here. Oh, this is a bit too much. We're gonna put that down there. All right, I just had to change my just take down some of my just one settings there a bit, so it's just going to yeah. Nobody have time for all of that, right? True that, true that. All right, so it's just gonna take a little time here just to go back up. Um, oh, there we go. We're back up and a little smoother. It seems good. Good. So we departing this evening on runway 09. Yeah, and we can get right back to our. And we are arriving now. I will put in the ILS for runway 10. I'm not quite sure how to do an RNAV approach with this yet, but I will tell you this: if when I get closer to Trinidad and I see that the weather is good, and I can do a visual approach, I am going to do a visual approach by hand, which means I'm going to switch off the autopilot somewhere over the mountain range and bring in the plane by hand. Um, it's really nice to fly by hand, except when you have a lot of wind and turbulence. Of course, it kind of um, uh, affects it. But hey, that's the shit. That's how it is, right? Boom. Execute that. Let's go to our legs. Let's make some adjustments here and call that George. Okay. All right. And that's it for the FMC. Actually, that's it. We're not gonna input any um, weight or anything like that. Um, we have a plug-in here with this aircraft that will give you your V speeds. So that is that. All right, good. So before I even do that though, actually no, let's go check up the V speeds. Now we gotta load up the aircraft. I deliberately did not load the aircraft. According to the flight plan that I had done, let's bring up AvTab here, AviTab, toggle tablet. Did I toggle the tablet? No. There we go. Let's see. The flight plan that I have filed for this would be this one here. Good. So we'll use this flight plan. Yeah. Which tells me that I will need a block fuel of 18,000 pounds. So let's try and see how close we can get that to here. So far we have 25,000 pounds of fuel. So let's get it down. You can click on this here, and we would not get the exact figure that we have here in SimBrief, but we can get something pretty close to it. Alright, so let's go down. You're looking for, hold up, what do we have here? 18.486, so this will do, 18.510. Good, so that's set there. Now we can set the load of the aircraft, the cargo pods and weight and stuff. Let's just check to see, according to the flight plan, the cargo load is supposed to be 19,000 pounds, somewhere about there, 19.2. Good. So what do? We come here and we try to shift things around till we get a cargo weight of 19,000 pounds. Alright, so let's do that now. Whoa, wrong way. Just bear with me a bit, folks. Trying to stay silent here so that I can concentrate on this thing. Right, so we are at 17,000. Let's just pick that up a bit. Right, there we go, 19.5. That should be okay. Yeah. Alright, and that's that there. That's it, so much for loading the aircraft. Now we can get our V speeds. And to do that, we go here. I'm going to be climbing out with a flaps 5 climb out today. So here we have 127, 127, V2, 139. Alright, and my trim is going to be 4.52. Good. So let's set those speed bugs right about now. I'm going to press this button here and you're going to see, bam, it moved. There's the, right, okay. Yeah, no, that's good, nice. Alright, so we have that in a gear. Alright, we have all those things there. We can put that back here for now. was actually here. No, wrong one. Right there. Yeah. Good. All right, so we are almost ready to start this aircraft. So what do we do now is we jump back and we get to the APU. And there's a way to start this APU. You click there and you hold down for about 3 seconds. 2, 1, 0. Here we see the meter moving. And when it gets all the way up here, we're gonna do what we have to do with this switch here. So if we wait, actually, if we listen, you can hear the APU spooling up. Take a listen. So the APU is up and running. If my mouse cursor shows up on camera, let me see. I am trying to, let's see something here. I'm not quite sure that it shows up on the screen. I'm just trying to see now. It doesn't look so. Nah, actually my mouse cursor does not show up. Okay. Yeah. It would be helpful if it did, huh? I'd have to check that. I saw a guy who did a live the other day and did something to let his mouse cursor show. But I'm not quite sure. Alright, so the APU has started. And we have some rains falling where I'm at now. I don't know if that will kind of, it's falling pretty hard. Alright, good. So what we do, we close this circuit here. Alright, that's that, like there. And we go back here. And we, first and foremost, can put this back down to the APU now that the APU is powering the aircraft. And also this as well. Alright. I think we're supposed to see something here. Alright, so those will, right. Having done that, let's just check again. See if here we can switch off the ground power unit, and that should be good right here. So the aircraft is being now being powered by the APU. You can actually go here and disconnect the GPU. There we go. Good. Alright, so now all it's left to do really is to start. Now I didn't go through the long process of testing some of these switches and all of that, but if you want to do that, here's as a stalling test there. This is what flight recorder test. There's some others somewhere about, which I really wouldn't go into right now. It's really not necessary. Good. So we also have a checklist here, you know, and here we have some stuff here, all the different checklists. Good. So hey, we're gonna call for the backup. There is a ground crew call switch here. That's your ground crew call switch, and you I'm now gonna hit this here. Better push back. Start push back.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Yep.
Ground to cockpit. Still is driving up.
Oh, okay. You didn't see where to look where the V speeds are. Alright. Well, for the V speeds, let me pull it up again. Let me see. I wonder if you're seeing it there on the screen. You should be able to see this on the screen. There's a little delay here, so let me just see if you can. Right, I think you should be able to see. Yeah, there you go. Alright, good. So yeah, you should be seeing that right now. Yeah, and then when you set it, if you notice, if I set bugs, these bad boys will set here. I'll give you the different V speeds.
Ready to connect.
Yeah, that's that. Alright, so we can switch on our beacon lights. Alright, and we can now input our final altitude. I'm gonna go with the final altitude, which is flight level 240. Yeah. Alright, beacon is on. See how we're looking out there.
So connected and bypass in service. Release parking brake.
Okay, good. Well, yeah. Alright. The instruments, where I'm actually clicking on stuff. Yeah. Alright, I have to get that fixed. Or check out how the guy did it. Right, so here we are. Ready to push back. Releasing parking brakes and go.
Starting pushback. And you may start engine.
So we're gonna just let it push back a bit, and then we're gonna go to start the engines, which starting the engines on this aircraft seems very simple. Much like you would start an engine on a Boeing 737 aircraft. But also bear in mind that this aircraft has what, 3 engines. Yeah. So yeah. Good. Now we can jump in the cockpit and we can start up. Of course, same procedure. We, like the 737, the packs. No, that's not the packs. The packs come off, and we can hear the air kind of not so the rushing of air, not so thing anymore there. Fuel pumps. All the switches can now come on. Yep, we should be safe here, except for you. Alright, good. So, start, we go to the start switches. They are up at this side here. We could on guard all 3 of them, and engine number 3, we are starting. You wait until you get the N2 gets to 20, and then we introduce fuel. Yeah, that should be about 20. Let's take a little listen outside here with sounds as it starts up. Oh, this looks beautiful. That's engine number 3 spooling up there. Really nice sound. That's one of the things I really love this aircraft for. Its sound, especially the exterior sound. It's superb in my view. Next engine, engine number 2. That's the engine on the fuselage there in the middle. Alright, there we go.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Setting the parking brake.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Please do. Alright, so we probably would be about 20 now. Let's get the fuel up in there. Okay, start sequence. Yes, similar to the Boeing 747. Yeah, I would imagine so. I would imagine so. Yep, I would imagine. All right, good. So we can disconnect those guys there, and our engine number 2 has started. And let's go to engine number 1. Engine number 1, and we start that. And we could close these other 2 guards here. Let's look for that N2 at 20%. Then we introduce fuel.
Node disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
You got it. Good. Let's go inside again. It's the dark out there, man. Yeah, the old queen, boy. Alright, good. While this is happening, we can dim some of the lights. Back to normal right there. Panel. Here's my dome lights. Alright, so we can take this off. This red light, I really don't want this red light to be on, so let's check that out. Not too much a fan of that light. There we go. Actually, the red is already on. That's weird. Uh-huh. Oh, there we go. And it is dark in this aircraft. And when I tell you dark, it's dark. Okay, good. This will do for now. For now. Alright, so before we taxi, there are some things that we need to do. Let's go to our checklist. This is before takeoff. So the anti-ice, we have the anti-ice how we want it, as I was required. Pitot heat is on. Flight instruments set for departure. Not quite. We'll come back and do that in a while. Flight controls checked. Speed brake is down. Stabilizer trim is set. Well, like I said, we haven't set those things as yet. Flaps will be set for takeoff. Galley power needs to come on. Electrical, all people with no lights, all of that. Fuel heat will be off. So let's just check some of those things right about now, right? So before we do that, let's take off the let me see something here. We need a little light in the corner here. Let me see brightness. Alright, that could work. Alright, good. So we have a little light in the back here. Good. So now we can switch off our APU. Yeah, can we do that? I think we can. Oh no, we can't. Oh no. Oh man, what did I do? What did I do? Let's see if we can still hold some charge here. Let's see. No, it has to restart. Okay, so we're just gonna live in the dark for a bit. I'm supposed to do that when I start the aircraft. How could I so forgetful, man. But that's nothing. It's not gonna affect anything. Um, so let's just hold on a bit while um, you can hear it spooling back up. Not yet, not yet. I'm eager. I'm anxious to carry on with this stuff, man. Let's see. Looking like it's ready. Mhm. Oh, what the? Right, right. So we good. There we go. We're back online. Back online. Good. Okay, so we're gonna start. Well, oh, we started already. But actually, I have. What nonsense am I talking? Hey, good night, man. Not by the book. Blessings, blessings, blessings. I'm supposed to have I'm supposed to be able to switch off the APU. Anyway, we'll get to that. It's probably something that I didn't do. Galley power will come on. These can now go. I know exactly why they didn't come on, because of the bus ties. Now remember, these guys can come here. I can keep them on generator 1. Put this on generator 2 though. Let me see, 3, 2, and I'm going to close these. Watch as they. Now we got it. Now I think I can switch off the APU. We're gonna switch it off just before we take off. All right, and yeah, there we have it. We can put back on these the packs, and we can take off the bleeds. All right. So all of that here is in the checklist. The hydraulic systems, that's okay. Right, now I can take the APU off, which I will do. There we go. Alright, so let's switch off the APU now. Let's hope we don't have a catastrophe again. There we go. APU is off. Good. Taxi lights and runway turn off lights. Oh, you can hear the APU actually powering down. Let's see what that looks like from outside. Yeah, man, looks pretty nice. Good. Let's go once again to our. Alright, so at flaps 5, as you can see, we will be trimming at 4.51. So let's just trim the aircraft for the part here. That's 5. Yeah, so that'll be somewhere in the middle there. Good, so the aircraft is trimmed for the parts here. And we can get rid of that. Alright. Let's put this on the legs here. We have our final altitude, that's already checked in there. What I need to find out now is the current ATIS.
Tango, Bravo, Papa, Bravo, airport information, Juliet 0300, Zulu, weather, wind 106, at 12, visibility 10,000, sky condition, ceiling 1,800, broken, temperature 28, dew point 25, QNH 1015, advise on initial contact with information, Juliet.
So we got 3 of
Tango.
these altimeters to change in the cockpit. There we go. What am I doing? Whoa, I'm going too far there. Didn't I see that? What's wrong with you, man? Okay, good. So yeah, 1015, that's our altimeter, and then we gotta go to the first officer's side. 1015. There we go. Alright. I think all is set for the taxi. And we're gonna go ahead for the taxi. Actually, before we do that, let's set flaps 5. Flaps at 5. And we are ready to taxi. Back brake off. Advance. That engine sound, wow. Alright. We are moving this old bird. Right. And like I've been saying earlier, this plane is a very hands-on plane. You have to really look at your instruments, especially your throttle. This plane does not have an auto throttle, so you have to make adjustments to the throttle while you're in the air to ensure that you do not overspeed. You know, so that is going to be done today. Really serious throttle management. Oh, that's why I turned on the APU, because I am sleepy. Wow, tired. But that's okay. I still do this for you guys. And when I'm done, I gotta hit the bed because I gotta get up early in the morning and go vote. It's our general elections in Trinidad and Tobago, and as usual, I will be voting. Taxiing a bit fast here, so we're gonna just kind of hold it back a little bit, slow down a bit, just a tad bit. As we are taxiing, let me go to the overhead panel. Let me check this. Auto brake. That's where it is. Let's take a look from the outside of the aircraft there. Center line. Once again, I gotta say pleasant evening to those guys just joining us. If you come in, if you're passing through, whatever you do, you know, yeah man, enjoy the vibes. Alright, and for those of you who don't know, this is the Boeing 727 freighter. So we're gonna be flying down to Trinidad today. Call sign Vensecar, is it 219? Vensecar 219. Yeah, you're coming from that's the DHL service that runs down here, Vensecar. But at least for these bigger planes, there are some smaller planes like the Cessna Caravan that is used for as feeder planes. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna just slow down a bit here. Let's see if there's any other more. Alright. Alright, so we're good to go there. We are good to go. We are nearing. Gotta load this down a bit because it's gonna get really loud when it's telling me that I am getting close to the runway. And we are turning onto the runway. There we go.
Approaching 09.
Yes, man, we are approaching 09.
On runway 09.
Line. Center line, please. Thank you. There we go. Brakes. Alright. Let's see if we need to do any more checks here. Boom, 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 boom. Landing lights. Okay, right. So here's that switch again. We gotta change. in the bleed section that we're about to fly. We're going to change it from ground to flight. Alright, our only transponder landing lights, we're going to put that on auto clutch. Okay, that is on. Alright. Yeah. Good. Our trim is set. Now we can put on the landing lights. We can put on
runway 09. On runway 09.
Our wing lights and logo lights. Let's take a look at how that looks from the outside. Definitely beautiful, isn't it? Jump back into the cockpit. And we are ready for the departure. Parking brakes off. We will advance the throttles. Now what we're going to do, we're going to advance the throttles till it gets to this 2.2 there on the what is called the EPR system. Alright, and we should have our takeoff speed there. Alright, so parking brake is off. There we go, everything seems to be okay. Advanced throttles. Everything is not okay. Do not come back there. Alright, what do we have here? Oh, I thought the parking brake was off. Oh, actually, the parking brake is off. Let's just check. Everything seems okay here. The trim is okay. Flaps are okay. Let's check here. Let's see if we have any problems here. This is alright. TCAS, we knew that there just now. No TCAS. Why do we have no TCAS? Now I remember why we have no TCAS. There we go. Should have some TCAS here now. Very good. Why am I getting that alarm? Why am I getting that alarm? Let's see who's there now. Aircraft is trimmed. Let's just check our checklist once more to make sure everything is okay here. TI, P2, all that is done. Flight instruments.
On runway 09. On runway 09.
Seem to be okay there. Did I put on the galley power? Did I? Yes, galley power is on. I know that's not affecting it. Speed brake is down. Flight controls are checked. Flap set for takeoff. Galley power. No lights, electrical. So we have no lights there in the electrical panel there. Fuel heat is off. Those are those babies down here. Hydraulics pressure quantity. That's also, because I switched it on. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, so we're going to make an attempt to advance those throttles again so we can get out of here. Let's see what happens. If the alarm comes off, we continue with the departure. Okay, so what are we going to do? Just to give a little bit of the briefing, we're going to take off on this runway 9. And we're going to climb to about 1,000 feet, hand flying. And then we are going to bank right to a heading of, let's just see here, we're going to bank right to a heading of about, initially, let's just make sure, right, so we're going to bank right to a heading of 210, and then we're going to set course to join the airway. Alright, good. So we're good to go. Enough talk. Let's go. Parking brake off. Advanced throttles.
On runway 09. On runway 09.
that. Take off power set. Airspeeds alive. Oh boy, oh boy. V1, rotate. And up we go. Positive rate, gear up. Let's come down on the climb just a little bit. Already at 800. You can bank. Nice little shallow turn there. Put all flaps up. Trim the aircraft down a bit. To that heading.
Altimeter setting.
Already. We're going to change that in a bit. Alright, so we are at this heading and we are going to get the autopilot on now. The autopilot is a kind of funny thing. You just got to switch this lever on there and you engage your heading and you engage the altitude. And it should hold the heading and engage the altitude as get to the altitude as well. Also, when you do that, in order to, we're going to put this selector here into IAS hold, and we're going to move this to 250 knots. So it's going to hold that airspeed. As you can see, the nose is coming down. And the trim is just rolling away to get the desired trim to hold that airspeed. What we're gonna do now is try to get onto our airway. So in order to do that, we turn this knob here to auxiliary nav and we come up here and we set this to GPS, and the aircraft will now turn to join the airway as we see here, as it's turning there. Right. We are now at, we have crossed 10,000 feet, or we can take off our landing lights, and, our wing lights, and we could take off our landing gear, off. We should be good to go. Now, this plane also does not have this. You don't get a top of descent for this plane. So what I do, I tune to the Piaco VOR, and when I start picking up the VOR, I will know I would have flown this route already, so I've already calculated at what distance I need to start my descent. Usually it will be around. It will be around. Let's say about 70 nautical miles from the VOR to begin our descent. Right? Some folks might want to know, how do I calculate my top of descent? I think many people, a couple of you guys know that, but just in case you don't know, what do I do? Okay, so this is what I do. I think I take my cruise altitude and minus it from the field elevation, and the answer that I get there, I multiply that by 3, and then that answer is divided by 1,000. somewhere in there I think is the traffic pattern. I think it's the division into the 1000, and the number that you get from that is the distance at which you need to begin your descent. Let's fix this bad boy here. Standard. Fix you too. Whoa, what the hell happened? Okay. Alright, good. So we are directly on the airway now. As you can see, the aircraft is tracking the airway. Soon we'll be getting to our cruise altitude, where we will have to right now it's trimming to hold the airspeed, but when we get to cruise altitude we'll have to make some adjustments on the throttle, or else all hell's gonna break loose. Alright, so that's it there basically for now. In a while you'll notice that we start picking up the VOR, and we're gonna see the distance being registered here. This plane is a fun plane to fly via VOR and radial navigation and stuff like that. Due to the nature of the aircraft, it's not that modern, you know, so yeah, you can fly it like that. I did some radial navigation and stuff with it a couple times. Yeah. And there is that altitude horn telling us that we are getting close to our cruising altitude of flight level 240. And there we go. So as you can see, the needles are already beginning to push past the 250 knot mark, so we're gonna just bring down the throttle a bit, so that what our goal is to not let it go above the 300 mark. Right, so we kind of I've just pushed it forward a little bit so we can gain a little more airspeed. But you have to keep looking at this thing because it is a creeper, I swear to you. It's a serious creeper. And now you see we start picking up the VOR signal from the Papa Oscar Sierra, and it's telling us that we are 160 miles away from the VOR. Yeah. Alright. We are cruising and all is cool. Alright, so guys, I know you're gonna watch and keep watching for me. I'm just gonna step away from the computer just for a short bit. I'll be right back. Remember, this is a very short flight, so just gonna be right back with you guys. You can keep watching in the meantime. Oh yes. I am back too. um, just a little bit under speed here. So that's okay. We're going to be descending in just a short anyway, take it. Yeah. There's probably a reason why they have this big analog, almost like dial, if you want to call it like that, to show you exactly how much miles it's, because it's, in this aircraft it's very important that you have your VOR frequencies on, you know, if you're flying, especially if you're flying via VOR navigations. So they're gonna have those numbers big. It's even on the co-pilots, on the first officer's side as well. Yeah. This one gives you a radial. Wow, it's good. Alright. Okay. So that's tuned to the VOR actually, and it's giving me the radial. Oh man, we're good, we're looking good, we're looking good. Let's see if we can spot Tobago just yet. It doesn't seem so, nothing but darkness as far as my eyes can see. Okay. Yep. Speed is getting away from us there a bit. Pull back, see the light ahead. Oh wow, okay. You all will have no idea. You all will not believe what that is there. That is those are bushfires. So I put in this new Lua script. What's the name of the Lua script? Let's go fly with Lua. Macros. Oh, it's called AS. Well, I just pronounce it as Asha. It's a script that kind of enhances the shadows and stuff like that, but it adds stuff like bushfires and hot air balloons into the sim, which I really don't like how the fires look, but it's the first time I've actually seen it in the night. And hey, it's rainy season anyway. We don't have bushfires during rainy season, you know. So yeah. Queen, you will know that, right? You will know that. Yeah. All right, we're getting closer and closer to that top of descent now. As much as I told you it would be around 70, I like to descend a little earlier. So I'm going to be descending at around 75 nautical miles. Yeah, I'm going to start my descent. Yeah. Wow, it is midnight here, folks. Midnight. And for some reason, I can't sleep. I wonder if it's because tomorrow is elections. General elections. I wonder. Ha ha. Yes, man. There we are at 78, and here is Tobago actually. We're just passing there, a beam Tobago. Alright, good. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna just get these down, get our put them down there initially. We're gonna put it at nice. So what do we do now to begin the descent? We go here. There's this vertical speed knob or something like that here, dial, and we click. As you can see, the aircraft is trimming to go down, and we're gonna pull back on the throttles because once the aircraft is trimming downwards, we're gonna get some airspeed. Also, we're going to extend the speed brake to assist in slowing the aircraft down. I could see the lights of Trinidad there. Right, of course, when you extend that speed brake, you get a little bit of a bumpy ride. Good. So we're descending straight to 4,100 feet. Alright, now even in this descent you gotta be real vigilant. Tobago, how are ya? I wonder if what's Ducal Winter was a more in Tobago, boy. Oh, there we got some turbulence. Yep, love that turbulence. Gotta love it. Oh, they're the bushfires actually. Bushfires. I gotta get that thing out of the damn sim. Actually, I can disable it. I should be able to disable. Let me see. I ain't gonna spend time doing that now. We have got bigger fish to fry, baby. Thank you very much, Queen. Well, I actually started my descent just about that, yeah. Just about between 75 and 73. Yeah. Yes. Oh, one thing I forgot to do here is this. Alright, I've got to arm the altitude, else, man, we're gonna get to 4,100 feet, and we're gonna be going down, down, baby. Going down, baby. Boom, boom, baby. Let it go. That's right, we're going down, baby. Down with the shit. We are at out of 17,400 feet and descending to 4,100 feet. Alright, I wonder if we can get an ATIS from Trinidad just yet. I doubt we could. But hey, it would not hurt to try.
Tango, Papa, Tango, airport information, Mike 0300 Zulu, weather, wind, calm, visibility 10,000, sky condition, few clouds at 1,500, temperature 24, dew point 123 QNH 1014. Advise on initial contact, you have information. Mike.
Alright, so we're now turning at the Tango Alpha Bravo,
Tango,
I
Tango,
think.
Papa, Tango, airport information, Mike,
And we're now flying
0300
direct to
Zulu,
Shark.
weather, wind, calm, visibility 10,000, sky condition, few clouds at Tango, Tango, Charlie, Papa, airport information, Mike,
Alright, so we're
0.
going to take this off for now. We're going to put it back on as we get closer to the northern range. Should be able to get a much more accurate reading then. Who's the Venezuelan in the tower? Actually, you know, we had a there's a guy that I met once, a Venezuelan who was living in Trinidad, and he used to work in the tower. He used to work at Piaco Tower. Yeah, but they changed people there, like, I don't know. I remember some years ago when I used to listen in on the tower conversations and stuff with the aircraft. There was a guy. This guy was so animated when he was speaking to when he was communicating with these pilots and stuff. He had a real way of communicating with these pilots. I used to be cracking up, right? I'm laughing. Yeah, he sounded like extra jolly, and he used to put on this accent, and it's crazy. I'll give you a story though, and for those of you who are listening, I was listening. Sometimes you're listening to you're listening to these guys on the on live ATC, and sometimes you are fortunate to pick up some of the most weirdest things in aviation. There was one time a Caribbean Airlines was coming into Piaco to land. This happened like about 3 or 4 years ago, and it was a flight from Canada. It was coming in probably around 4 in the morning, landing at Piaco. And it seemed that the guy who was on the pilot, they were on short final, and he told the air traffic controller that he was going around. So he said, okay, good, continue runway heading and flying to whatever, and contact approach on whatever. Good. When he contacted approach asked him if he informed the tower of his reason for going around. He said no. So he asked the approach asked him, well, what's your reason for going around? The captain answered, a manikou go around, boy. You know, there was a manikou on the runway. And for those of you here who don't know what a manikou is, it's an opossum, right? So there was a manikou on the runway, and he had to go around. I mean, that could have caused some serious damage, if it got sucked into the intake in the engine. So you really had to do that go around. But it was so funny. He said, what's your reason for the go around, sir? It's a manikou go around, man. Wow. Yep. So yeah, so let me get to hear the funny thing. I heard one air traffic controller already had to real buff up a helicopter pilot, boy. Telling the helicopter pilot to park a certain way, he going and park in a whole difference and get real buff from the ATC. Alright, good. So we've seen some lights here. No doubt that is the lights of Trinidad, but I just want to see on the map where we are. So I'll get the AVI tab, toggle tablet. We'll take this out because I'm seeing, I think I want to do a visual approach. I want to switch off my autopilot and do a visual approach. Maps. Let's see where we are. Okay, so this is good. When we get closer, we can do that. Right. Some of the lights there. And we are getting down to that 4,100 feet level. Once we get there, we're gonna have to do some real throttle controlling of the throttles. I think now I can switch this baby on to get a much more accurate reading.
Charlie Papa, airport information.
Nah, we still get into Tobago.
0400
Still get into Tobago. Alright, 4,100 feet. Let us advance the throttles just a bit. And we can retract our speed brakes for now. Got some turbulence there. Alright, 4,100 feet. We can turn on our landing lights. And our wing lights. Let's see something here. Shift 5. Okay, so we are at Piaco Airport here. Let's just take a little look out. No, we can't see us. Yep, probably had to be in big. What's the cargo? I don't know, maybe confetti or something for if whoever win the general elections tomorrow. I don't know. Alright, so I can see we're getting close to the shoreline. That looks like Blanchisseuse just ahead right there. Yeah, looks like Blanchisseuse. Just ahead. We're gonna hold at 4,100 feet. We're getting a bit fast here now, so we gotta come down. Gotta come down, gotta come down. Yep. Yep, that is Blanchisseuse, Lafayette, the Blanchisseuse Lafayette area on the north coast. Oh, I love VFR night flying. Let's just check something here again. And we are visible over the northern range from the tower. Alright. So this is what I'm gonna do. I am going to engage heading. And we will, there we go, turn just a bit to the south. Probably should come out somewhere over Rima or Ruka, somewhere about there. I am seeing I have the runway in sight. Of the airport in sight. Is it? Yeah. Gonna do a slight downwind. That's our runway just there. To our 11 o'clock. So, autopilot can come off once I can see it. There we go, the autopilot is off. I have control. Let's do this. Let's see how we can do this. This is one plane I remember seeing, especially with the Amerijet. They used to do some pretty cool visual approaches, like really low over the mountains. Alright. Let's get some help from this bad boy here. Can we? Okay, alright. Okay, so there we go. I think this is such a cool approach. up the nose a bit there. Do some. I always get some turbulence here. Alright. Can put this back up. Set the auto brake. There we go. Gotta get that turbulence. That's gonna make it really hard to control. We could begin our turn here now. Add some more flaps. Gear down. Oh, we have someone on the approach there, is it? Oh no, that's a ship. That's a big ship sailing on the ocean there. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Alright, there's the Uriah Butler Highway there. Alright. Oh boy, wow, I swear here is so... just needed a little bit of airspeed right there. Not much. Full flaps. We want to get about 120 knots. Could begin our turn. Gotta watch the speed. Alright. Let's keep it at this for a bit. We're gonna straighten up in a while. A little high, but we're good. Established on the final 1000. Thank you. Puppies look good. She really smoothens out on final. Coming in there at that left base is usually very turbulent. I don't know.
Approaching 10.
Let's drop some airspeed a bit there. Pick it back up.
500. 300. 200.
Yeah, middle marker. Okay, let's sail in, baby. Sailing.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Long landing.
There we go.
8,000 feet remaining.
That was a butters. A little far down the runway, but yeah, not bad at all, huh? We're gonna exit at Alpha 3. Alpha 3 exit. And we are at Piaco. Well, I can't say welcome to Piaco because we don't have passengers. We got cargo. No, I haven't been seeing what you guys been typing because you know, well, I'm in London, so. That wasn't bad. This wasn't bad at all. Oh, and this plane picks up speed really quickly when taxiing too, boys. She's a quick taxier. Alright, let me see what some of you guys saying here now. Yeah, man. Not by the book. What's up? What's up? Yep. Yeah. Liat, yes, yeah, that's true. Jamaica, yeah. Yeah, those, yeah. Um, I don't know. I think I told you all a story about. I think I told you all about a dash 8 experience coming over the mountains and landing already. I love that approach. That's a real cool approach. Real cool approach. Yep. Oh, and I have to be very thankful. The computer didn't have any issues. So, I'm very glad I was able to do the flight. All right. Hey, without wasting time, let's check out the replays. Let's check out the replays. Let's see what we got here. Flight and toggle replay. There we go. All right, let's just go right there. Let's check it from the road first. Seeing that I like to spot planes. Oh, by the way, I got chased by the police the other day. I went to the airport, and would you guys believe? Would you guys believe? I know that, of course, because of the COVID restrictions, now you're not going to see many flights coming in except Tobago flights. But I was fortunate enough to see a flight coming from Brazil, it seems. I don't know what, who, why, where, when. But it was Azul Airlines. It was one of the Embraer Airlines. And I was like, whoa, I've never seen Azul landed in Trinidad before. You know? Yeah. My light files. Okay, I'll tell you just now. Huh? There we go. Coming in. That looks really cool. All right, let's see the touchdown. Could I do it a little more flair there, boy? Yeah. Didn't flare enough. Let's check that again. Yeah, could I definitely do it some more flair there. Yep. Let me see something here. Yep. Not bad. But could have done with a little more flair. Yeah. Yep. Thank you very much, Queen. I pride on making my sim look as best as I can, and just trying to get the best frames possible, but making the sim look good is really important to me. And sometimes I feel really sad when I have to um, delete certain things so I can get some better frames. You can't have it all, but nevertheless, yeah, I pride on really trying to make my sim look a certain way. Let's just see something here again. Let's see it coming in from. There we go. Bit of a low approach. Not bad. hard at all. And you know, it's a real good thing for me that I could take one of these jets and fly, because I'm so accustomed to um the 737s. You know, I use that all the time. I've had this for a while now. Haven't really done much with it. Yep. You know. So it's good. It's good. Like I said, it's good to challenge yourself. I need to do a couple more flights with the MD, the MD-80. Yeah. You know. Um, there's one shot that I like to take, and that is going to take us kind of somewhere. Just up back a little bit.
300, 400.
Let me see. Alright. This is exactly where I want to be. Good. Let's see. In order to make this look a little more realistic, I'll have to do something. So you guys gonna bear with me a bit. Alright, it's just gonna load up. I just took the settings up on the objects a bit. So it will look a little, it should look a little more realistic. Yeah. So let's see, it's gonna take a little while. As it's loading, well, Queen, you know that I use is it extended lights? I use extended lights, and I don't know. The ultra weather XP lights and extended don't really work, but somehow I got it to work, and I got it to work to my liking. So but extended lights is pretty nice, pretty good. I think it's the best lights mod that I used. Um, yeah, yeah, looks pretty cool. All right, good. And this, you know, this is, I'm gonna show you this. This is what, look at the difference in the color of lighting, or you can see. Let me see if I can zoom in. But if I zoom in, okay, you're not gonna see the mouse, but I want you to look at the difference in the color of the lighting that is in the background, and the lighting that's in the foreground. And from what I know, that's kind of how it looks in real. The the background lighting is kind of jumbled, and you see, but the foreground lighting is a little more defined. Yeah. So you know, you get that effect there. I'm not sure if it's I know ultra weather does that, and they had sliders for that in the previous build, but they don't have sliders for it in this build. So I'm wondering if they're just doing it automatically. You know. Yeah. All right. So let's see that view that I want so badly. So I am going to imagine that I am on the highway, on the Uriah Butler Highway. Yep. And I am looking at this plane coming in. This is so cool. Yep. Reminds me of the time when I almost every night I had to be heading south to do stuff. That's all I'll say, to do stuff. No, they're fast out here, no. But it used to be so cool sometimes, um, coming over the highway, coming up the highway, and seeing some of the planes coming into land. So let's see what this looks like. I'm in the middle of the highway. I could get my ass knocked down, but I don't care. Uh-oh. Yep. That's how they look coming over the highway. Yeah, man. Oh gosh, that big bus coming there. I gotta get out of the way. So that's how it looks actually coming over the highway. Yep. My Streamlabs. keeps blocking you. Alright, we're gonna have to talk about that sometime. I'm gonna probably a little bit after when I log off, we could probably check that out, see what's going on. Yeah, this is actually, I love this view. I'm not gonna rewind it because if I do that, all the vehicles, the cars and stuff you see moving, they're gonna freeze. But this is so cool. Let me see if I just gain a little bit of height, and so I can see the plane actually going down to the runway. That looks so cool. Yeah. Ah man. I like, that was a nice approach. I'm really happy that I decided to take off the autopilot. Yeah, I'm really happy that I decided to take off the autopilot and do the whole landing by hand. Yeah. Really happy that I decided to do that. Let's see what it looks like from here. Coming in. And this is a real nice aircraft to fly by hand. It is. It is a nice aircraft to fly by hand. Yeah. There's the reverse thrusters kicking in there. It's a bit faint, but you can hear it. Alright. Let's see. Alright guys, well, this is it for my stream tonight. I wanted to keep it a little short. I didn't want to take the chance to do a longer stream. And I really wanted to show you guys this aircraft. I don't know if any one of you have ever flown it, but it's a really nice aircraft. You can go there and buy it and fly it, buy it and fly it. Yeah. Yeah. Really nice immersive aircraft. It makes you feel like you're actually flying. You know, so yeah, thanks again guys for joining the stream. Let me see how many of you still there. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate it. Always appreciate it. And yeah, till the next one. Tomorrow I'm gonna get out there and vote, and I'm gonna wait with bated breath to see what happens. See what happens if we gonna be under the same rule for the next 5 years, or if we're gonna have a change in government. Interesting times ahead. Yeah. Interesting times ahead. Indeed. Yeah, boy. Alright, so once again I want to thank you guys, and keep safe. All the best to you guys in this COVID period. Please, you guys, do the needful. If you don't have to be out there, don't be out there. Protect yourselves, protect your families, you know, all of that good stuff. Jetty Dan, be come on, man. Man says he don't feel to use his XPlane. I would like to know that I'm inspiring you to use your XPlane, man. Yeah. Come on. But you just gotta get it up to standard, man. Get it up to scratch, you know. Of course, there's Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's what's up. I've seen a lot of videos surfacing with a lot of flight bloggers and stuff. I guess they are given the permission to stream. I can't stream. I'm not able to stream because I'm under the no disclosure agreement, so I cannot stream on my thing. But I mean, I'm looking at theirs, I'm looking at mine, and I'm seeing, you know, some little differences. So who knows? I still think they have a lot of things to work out with the simulator. Still think that the simulator has a lot of potential, And once they work out stuff, you guys gonna love it. So Jetty, don't worry yourself. Your sim will look good. You know. I'll tell you one thing though. I'm not gonna throw away my X-Plane. Not because Microsoft Flight Simulator. At least not now. At least not now. I think XPlane is still viable. XPlane is the first sim that really made an attempt of a particular this level of immersion, and I think it raised the bar, and Microsoft Flight Simulator just took up the challenge and did what they have to do, and you know made their sim look good too. The sim looks really nice for some parts, and there are some things that need improvement. You know, so yeah, man, interesting times ahead. Anyways, folks, I am, like I said, I am heading out. Take care of yourselves, be safe in this COVID period, and yeah, man, just watch out for each other. Queen, I'm gonna message you on Facebook Messenger now. We're gonna talk further. Alright, we're gonna talk a little further, and I can see if I can hook you up, link you up with what where you wanna get linked up with. Yeah, baby.